Hey guys, Terminal Velocity here. A grand total of one person watched the last Pokemon video, which means it's probably best if I literally delete my entire channel because it gets like 0 traction total. But that's not what's important here. I booted up the game and I remembered I had done absolutely nothing to further myself in any way whatsoever. Therefore, my first order of business was to unlock Mystery Gift for the Manafie egg. Evidently, Manafie are incredibly rare, even among other legendary or mythical Pokemon. They aren't given out very often, and the first one was done back in Gen 4. Even then, it was incredibly convoluted to obtain. You'd first need to have a copy of Pokemon Ranger. You'd also need a special code to get it, which was presumably a one-time use thing. From there, you had to transfer it to the main games to actually hatch the thing. Better hope you didn't lose your Diamond Pearl Platinum cartridge afterwards. It was also available for a limited time via Nintendo Wi-Fi connection on the Pokemon Ranger Shadows of Almia or Guardian Signs. But it was never made available again afterwards until now, to my knowledge. How did I unlock Mystery Gift was the question here. See, in the DS games, I think it was available from the main menu by default. So I took a trip to the internet. Yeah, no egg for me until I go kick the first gym leader's butt. While I'm here in Jubilife, I might as well see if I can get a free Pokétch app. Their building is right here, so it's not going to be too hard. Forget which app it is, but... well, okay then. So it's off to Orberg City. Let's go work in the coal mines! Woohoo! Barry decided we were progressing way too fast, so he camped out at the exit to the city just off screen. As soon as we tried to leave, he made us fight him before we could actually go. You can probably guess how well this went for him. After revisiting the local Pokemon Center several times, both to abandon several Pokemon in the PC and to heal after fighting literally everyone we met, we reached the cave leading to Orberg. Just trust me, you'll see why these fights were necessary later on. A hiker stops us here to give us cut. It isn't an HM or hidden machine anymore. But hey, it breaks now. You'll understand why this is a useless addition in a later video. After reaching Orberg, some kid drags us straight to the gym, as if we couldn't figure out how to get there ourselves. It's not like it's a completely different building than every other building in town, right? Barry is being a beehole to us because he lost earlier, though, so he won't let us in. He says he convinced Rourke to go off to the mine, so we can't challenge him right away. We head straight there after stopping at the Pokemon Center. Do not worry, we were being very careful to fully disregard all sorts of safety precautions one should take when visiting an active mining operation. Almost immediately, a punchy rock decides to fight us, so we put it into permanent timeout. Say goodbye to this one too, kids, because we will probably never see it on our team again. Likewise, I hope it enjoyed its last breath of real oxygen, for it will now soon only know the simulated air within the box system. They say the mine goes deep underseas, but this is as far as we can go without walking through the walls. Huh, I had no idea the sea was so close to an inland city. Also, these belts are generating mystery coal because they come from literally nowhere. I was led to believe the modern mine sites were much more interesting than this. Rourke shows off his ability to shatter boulders by doing literally nothing but looking at them, so we chase him back to his gym for wasting our time. Some gyms in this region have an alternate path to get to the gym leader. I like to believe this is here for people who feel that they're too good to honor all the work the devs put in to code these gym trainers, so we humiliate each of them to prove our superiority and to steal their money. Oh boy, guess what we get for winning? It's everyone's favorite Pokemon battle spoils. The Disappointment Gains! Rourke leads with a Geodude, so we smash it, with very minimal results. Keep going, Bidoof. You're definitely not going to regret this later. We beat it, but not before Rourke hits a field move. Next up is Onyx, so we try and smash it too. Mom, Rourke is throwing rocks at me. We send our Penguin out next, and it's pretty much over from there. Water Gun melts through the rest of his team. He takes his loss like a loser, I guess, and gives us a badge, some TMs, and a few stickers. We talk to just about everyone else in the city, catch them a chop, and then it's time to go back to Jubilife, the city of joy, where we do what we should have done a long time ago. Joyfully throw some Pokemon undeserving of their fates into the PC where we will most likely never hear from them again. These clowns are still guarding our access to Mystery Gift, so that's annoying. We also noticed Lucas and Rowan were being mugged up by the northern exit by 2 Hatsune Miku fanboys. But I think they can wait for us to do a few errands first. Seriously, it's not like he'll get hurt or anything. Remember, E for everyone means you're free to abandon him. Maybe next time Lucas will think before subjecting us to forced tutorials and plot. Back to the Pokemon Center. Now we finally get our first Pokédex app. It is absolutely useless now that we actually have cell phones and an incredible technology in every house we call paper and pencil. Yeah, this was totally worth the time you wasted on developing it, Pokédex Company President. Maybe we should go help Professor Rowan now, though? The Vocaloid fans are trying to make him hand over his research. He says they were spouting something about making a new universe using his notes on Pokemon evolution. They're probably trying to make one where they can realize their dreams of marrying Miku. But they decide Dawn is a suitable substitute for the time being and try to battle us into submission. Lucas actually takes the high road here for once and helps us to get rid of them. After thanking us, Rowan leaves with Lucas. Before we can go and tell the clown to let us in for the love of Arceus, some random fitness-obsessed girl runs up to us. Personally, I think she looks like Misty if she were slightly more masculine but still a girl. Her name is Bibi, and she's a PC system admin in Heart Home. As thanks for our entertaining match, she gives us the ability to access our boxes from anywhere. Now we can send our hostages to and from cybernetic purgatory with ease like never before. But let's be real, it's mostly going to be a one-way trip. In addition, she gives us ball capsules to use for giving more visual appeal to our Pokemon. Oh hey look, the clown evaporated. Inside the TV station you can check the Pokemon lottery. This was a mechanic I always found very unnecessary. You see, unless you're an avid trader or are on a personal mission to max out the number of your Pokemon you have in storage, your chances are typically pretty bad. And supposedly, in some games you can win a Master Ball as a jackpot if you get a perfect match. As Christian Asprey proved in this video, it could take literally 179 years to actually have this happen in Gen 3. Now in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, it's admittedly easier because trading is more accessible, but it's honestly still not worth the effort because the majority of the prizes can either be useless with the updated mechanics or are more easily obtained elsewhere. Like Max Revives in the Underground. Sure, there's only a chance of digging one up, but it's a tad bit more reliable than the Lotto because you can just keep trying until you do get one. I generated a number but no such luck. Now to hunt down the mystery gift functionality. After searching everywhere in the station, I learned I had to answer one random NPC's question with a specific choice. I had indeed talked to him earlier, but my brain must have been utilizing the same processor at that moment than an original f***ing Game Boy, because it completely ignored there being a single fully capitalized option. Later, after looking up a legit walkthrough, I was told I had been talking to the right people. This time, the game was putting legitimate idiot proofing onto the interaction, because it took away 3 of the 4 options. It's like the game had actually become sentient for a brief moment to hold my hand and shame me for being such an oblivious chunk of biomass. But hey, at least I got a Manafie egg now, and some random dude's clothes, and I have no idea how to put them on. Next stop was Floroma Town. On the way, though, I stopped to catch a Budew. They have a good secondary ability, Poison Point, that has a chance to inflict poison to a Pokemon when physical contact with the subject is made by either party. It also evolves into Roselia, and later into Roserade. And those are apparently pretty good Pokemon, particularly in their high special attack stats. Gardenia has one, and I vividly remember having an insufferable and all-around gratuitous time battling her back in the DS era. She can only have been made easier in the remakes. I didn't want any old Budew, however. I wanted to start playing Pokemon professionally, but to do that, one will need to take many factors into account when picking exactly what to train. So just to start off with, I set 3 relatively simple requirements. It must be female because reasons. It must be either mild, modest, quiet, or rash in nature. This would be to capitalize on the Budew evolution line's devastating special attack potential. And it has to have Poison Point as a means of augmenting its particular weakness in defense. I need physical attackers to really hurt when they try attacking it. Also, I can make up, she's a pretty toxic girl, jokes later on if I feel like it. Moral side note, don't be toxic to other people. It will only succeed in hurting you later on. Trust me, I know. Because I used to be pretty toxic before realizing how much damage I was doing. And that's how we spent the next hour or so. Catching and releasing Budew. And wasting a bunch of Pokeballs in the process. I could have waited to get to Eternal Forest because there's a higher encounter rate from them there, but I wanted a head start on training one. I really should have picked one up after going after work, shouldn't I? Pingu evolved while I was searching, so that's a plus. but we finally found the perfect Budu. I did not name it at first because reasons. Now that we've passed Ravaged Path, we're almost to Floroma Town. There's just a few more fights I have to pick. Starting with this kid back in Jubilife, who we forgot about until we were super overleveled. Their health bar will melt like butter in Furnace Creek, California. More commonly known by its region's name of Death Valley. As soon as we actually reached Floroma, though, it was time to visit the Pokemon Center again. I highly doubt I'll lose a match anytime soon, but I just want to set this as a checkpoint in case the world decided to humble me. I also stole the flower shop's lawn decor, and then went in to tell them what I did. They gave me a watering can and told me to go fix it. Instead, I found some people outside who just handed me a level 1 Mew for free. Yeah, remember when Mew used to be a super special and really rare and hard to come by Pokemon? Occasionally distributed in events? Well yeah, now you get a Mew. You get a Mew. Mew for everyone. There's plenty of Mew to go around. I left town to go look at Valley Windworks, but this girl said that the Miku fans were back and holding her father hostage inside. We have got to save him. I can't bear to imagine what sort of cosplay they're making him do. One of them was standing guard outside, so we fought him and won. We then told him to give us the key, but he said no. So now we have to go and kink shame his buddies up in the Floroma Meadow. They must have been the same guys we fought back at Jubilife because they tried to battle me and make me put on a Miku outfit again. But thankfully I won, and they left to go tell their boss that I wouldn't cooperate with their creepy Vocaloid cult agenda. When we got into the Valley Windworks, the guy from earlier was just waiting inside. He says he has to go warn some commander, and oh my gosh, it's an entire fan club. We fight a few of them off until we reach the boss they were talking about. She has some sort of obese cat, but we still drive them out. The girl is reunited with her father, so it's time for us to depart. Manafie finally graced us with its presence too. Welcome to the team, Marine. You will be incredibly useful for trivializing things pretty soon. Either way, after fighting a few more people for their money, I was pretty worn out. Tomorrow the chaos really begins. But if you like these videos, maybe consider checking out my Twitch. I try and make good content there, but things almost never go perfectly. As of lately, when I'm typing the script, a few streams after this was aired, I realize now that the game had drowned out my commentary as revenge for trying to fix it earlier. I just can't seem to catch a break. But I'll see you next time. Terminal Velocity signing out.